Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing the brand new Sero in Macadamia Ultra Impact. That is right, Sero finally got added into a Macadamia game. That is super hype. If you guys have been on the channel for a while now, you guys know Sero is my favorite character, and I'm sure you can guess how hype I am that he's finally in a Macadamia game. I am so glad that he's in this game, and he's super good. He is really good. So with all that out of the way, let's just dive into this very special Macadamia Ultra Impact character showcase video. Alrighty, so starting off with his stats, he is a UR character, surprisingly. I thought if Sero got added into this game, I thought he'd be an SR character to start with, but I mean, hey, I'll take a UR character because that means increased stats and a really cool plus ultra animation, so I will take a UR character. He is a blue type character, and I currently have him awakened, and I also have him maxed out in like the level department, like to the point I can get him at. Basically at level 90, that's the max I can get him at, and I also have him, you know, leveled up in the advanced department, like the HP, power, speed, and I even have him maxed out in the trust level, which is new. That hasn't been in any of the other showcase videos, but I mean, hey, I have him also maxed out in that department as well, which is really nice. Going over his ability boards, for his basic route, I have him done on page 6, and I'm about to start page 7. Going over his piece route, I almost have it done. I'm only missing 2 slots, which is really nice. And then going over his DX piece route, I don't have this worked on at all yet because I haven't pulled an extra copy of Sero, but that's what I have him at currently on the ability boards. Going over his skills, he gets an event bonus for the championship racing game event. It increases items obtained from the event quest by 20%, which is a nice event bonus. Going over his actual skills, his plus ultra move is called Taping Combo. It deals 600% damage to a single opponent. This skill lands a bullseye if the opponent's speed is decreased. Keep that in mind because that pairs really nicely with his other skills. He also decreases the opponent's power by 25% for 3 turns, and decreases the opponent's speed by 25% for 3 turns. So those are really nice debuffs, especially the speed one, because that makes him a really good PvP unit. Also, he has a medium chance of binding the opponent for 2 turns. That's really nice. 2-turn bind is really nice and has a medium chance of hitting. So overall, a really good plus ultra move because of the 2 debuffs plus the binding chance and also the ability to land a bullseye. You know, if the speed is decreased, and again, that pairs really nicely with his other skills. So overall, a really good plus ultra move. Going over his first action skill, it's called Barricade Tape, which is one of his ultimate moves from the actual series. And basically what it does is it has a medium chance of binding all the opponents for 1 turn. That is really nice. Like, I think that's a really nice support skill. It also decreases speed of all opponents by 25% for 3 turns. Again, a nice debuff for PvP, and again, makes him a really good PvP unit. Also gives the character a barrier and it nullifies 1 hit. That is also extremely nice. Obviously, barriers are extremely important because it basically prevents you from taking damage. So, again, really nice. And it has a cooldown time of 5 turns, which is alright, but I mean, hey, it's a really good action skill. It's like a really good support skill. Moving on to his next action skill, it's called Binding Kick. It deals 300% damage to a single opponent. This skill lands a bullseye if the opponent's speed is decreased. If we go back up to his first action skill, Barricade Tape decreases speed of all opponents by 25% for 3 turns. So obviously that benefits his other action skill and his plus ultra move because again, the action skill and the plus ultra move, it just lands a bullseye if the opponent's speed is decreased. But going over the rest of the action skill, it decreases the opponent's power by 20% for 3 turns, and it decreases the opponent's critical hit rate by 20% for 3 turns. Again, really nice debuffs. Obviously, decreasing power and critical hit rate is really good because that means you'll be taking less damage. So overall, really nice debuffs, and it also cancels all of the opponent's temporary speed up effects. Again, really good for PvP. It also has a cooldown time of 5 turns, which again isn't the greatest, but I mean, hey, it's a really nice action skill, so obviously they need to bounce it out some way. Going over his auto skills, his first one is called Simple But Great, and it decreases the speed of all opponents by 15% for 3 turns when the wave starts. Again, decreasing speed, so just when the wave starts, he just decreases the opponent's speed. Also increases character skill impact by 15% when speed is not decreased. Overall, really good. Moving on to his next auto skill, it's called Outstanding Aerodynamics. Increases character speed by 10% for 2 turns every turn. Increases character's defense by 15% when their speed is not decreased. And also lowers chance of all ally UA high school class 1A characters from becoming bound. Again, that is extremely nice because there's a lot of class 1A students in this game, and obviously a lot of them are really good. So having that kind of like buff is really nice. So overall, his kit, like I said, really good. Basically, in a nutshell, how I would use this character is obviously stick him on a class 1A team because again, having that whatchamacallit, having that lower chance of all ally UA high school class 1A characters from becoming bound. Really nice buff. But another thing too is what I would do in terms of like his combos is I would use the barricade tape first, then binding kick, and then I would use the taping combo, mainly because taping combo is probably going to get built up because I use barricade tape first and then binding kick. So yeah, and the reason why obviously is because barricade tape decreases speed of all opponents by 25% for 3 turns, which is nice because that way binding kick will land a bullseye because the opponent's speed will be decreased, and then same goes for taping combo because it'll land the bullseye because the opponent's speed is decreased. So that's how I would use Sero, and yeah, that is his skills and moveset. So let's take him into VE Tower to show him off gameplay wise. Let's get into it. So we're here in the VE Tower, and I'm going to take Sero to the Academia stage. Difficulty level S because he's a UR character, so I think he can handle it. And then we're going to go to the second floor. The main reason why is because Sero is a blue type character. He'll do really well against red type characters. And also there are 3 enemies, so I want to see if we can land that multiple binding chance, like if we can bind up multiple of them. I want to see if we can land that as well. So let's get into it. Here is the team I designed for Sero. Obviously, like usual, we ignore the substitute characters because, you know, they're just subs. But yeah, basically I gave him this memory. This memory is called Snatch 10 million points, and basically what it does is it increases characters' max HP by 30% when equipped by a UI high school student, which is Sero. But the main reason why I equipped it is because it also shortens characters' action skill cooldown time by 1 every 3 turns, up to 3 times. So yeah, obviously, like I said before, those 5 action skill cooldown times aren't great, but with this memory, it will shorten those action skill cooldown times by 1 every 3 turns, up to 3 times, so that's really nice. So he gets 2 buffs from it, and that's why I gave him this memory. I also have Hado on the squad because obviously she's a great healer and we don't want Sero dying because we want to showcase him, so that's why she's on the squad. I also have Fantasy Todoroki on the squad here because of one action skill in particular, and if we look at his skills and go all the way down to the action skill Ice Block, if you read here, it says also decreases the opponent's speed by 20% for 3 turns when used in a successfully executed skill chain, and obviously we know Sero benefits when the opponent's speed has been decreased, and that's why I have Fantasy Todoroki on the squad here. So yeah, that is the squad I designed for Sero, so let's dive into this VE Tower mock battle. Alrighty, there is Sero's intro. Pretty cool, he swings in with his tape. I think that's a really neat intro, but yeah, here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is start off with Hado's skill, then go Barricade Tape, and then go into Todoroki's skill that decreases the speed. I believe it's Ice Block. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the correct combo. So that way we get power down, and then we have a chance of binding them all, and then we also will decrease speed with Todoroki's skill. So here we go. Power down, and then this decreases speed and had a chance of binding all of them, which it only got Kurogiri, which is fine. 1 is better than none. And we also decrease speed with Todoroki's skill, which is really nice as well. So now let's go into the kick. I think that's going to be good because now it'll land a bullseye because of the speed decrease, and also does power down, which is really nice as well. And there we go. We'll save Hado's healing skill just in case Sero gets close to dying, but I don't think that's going to happen, but just to be safe. But yeah. Alright, now we also have his Plus Ultra move ready, so I'm going to slow it down because it's a UR character, so he has a custom Plus Ultra move. So let's see it. After these villains attack, here we go. And yeah, I think Sero's Plus Ultra move is pretty good. I like it because he's kind of like swinging around with his tape, which is something we know he can do in the series. And I think that kick with the yellow highlights in the back looks really nice. But yeah, I like it. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. Alright, so let's go. Let's just dump these Plus Ultras in now. Here we go. Boom and boom. Alright, Shigaraki's dead. Let's go after Kurogiri next because he's close to dying. Let's see if we can bind them all up. Here we go. Come on, can we get a multiple bind? We got 1 again, which is fine. Again, 1 is better than none. But it's just still really nice that it has that chance of binding all of them up. Like, I think that's really good. Like, just having the ability to just bind everyone is just really good to cancel out their skills and just prevent you from taking any damage. Like, it's just really nice to have. But yeah, here we go. And honestly, let's save it real quick. Let's just dump Todoroki's in here real quick. Alright, and boom. Oh my gosh, that did a lot. Alright, and let's see if we can just finish it with Sero's plus ultra move here. Here we go. And can Sero beat Nomu? It's looking like yes. 58,000 plus, not bad. So yeah, that's Sero. Also, I want to talk about his outro. It's really cool. He's holding his helmet. Like, that's such a cool outro. Like, that is so cool. I hope one day they'll add another Sero into the game with his helmet on. I think that'd be pretty sick. But for now, I'm just satisfied with the Sero we got. I think he's extremely good, especially because he's a general pool unit, which means you can get him at any time. He's not locked behind any type of event, which is really nice. And yeah, he's just really good. He is a really good support character. I just would recommend getting him mainly for PvP if you're a really big PvP kind of person. But I also think he'll do really well in the PvE game modes as well. And just overall, a really good support character and just a really good character in general. I really like his intro, outro, plus ultra, just everything about the character. And I think that makes sense because, again, he's my favorite character, and I've been waiting for Sero to get added into a My Academia game for the longest time. And I'm just glad that he's finally in a game. And yeah, that is Sero's showcase video. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That'd be really amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.